Would you consider yourself a philanthropist? No.
No.
What would you say in regards? What do you label yourself as in the community?
I'm like I never even thought of a title for myself.
Yeah, because like usually, technically, what you do is philanthropy. So it's like with all of your community events, what would you consider?
I would call myself more like just a community member. Honestly, is taking care of your environment. So
Okay.
I don't
So
know
you
if
just don't wanna
philanthropy
put a title
counts.
on it?
Yeah, I don't know if philanthropy counts if you do it for the area that you're from only. Not to say only, but majority. So
Yeah,
like
it still counts because I mean you're helping out people. In your
right. So yeah, I guess whatever title sticks for other people.
Yeah.
I accept most of them for the most part, but I never took time to give myself like a title because it's something I was doing before I even knew this is what I would be doing long term.
Okay.
So it's like I was already doing it before it became like, hey, this is what you do. You know, I know you for this. I know you for that. So it went from being known for like playing sports and doing things like that to being known for community work. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah, I never even took the time to even think about that. That's crazy. Yeah.
Okay. So at this point right now, you are here. We're talking about your upcoming book. So you're a community member. You're an entrepreneur. I would say that. I'm gonna put that one.
Entrepreneur.
Okay, entrepreneur,
Yeah.
community member, and soon to be author. At what point in your life did you sit down and say, okay, it's time to write a book?
Humble brag, I was in Paris, right? So I did a Euro tour in like 2016. Like I did a Euro tour. I just graduated. I'm like, shit, I graduated college. Like I graduated college, right? And I didn't even care to even go through the college struggle and etc. I'm just like, all right, we celebrate something. I had a friend that was in Europe. We did Paris and Italy. I was just there and I just like had the feeling was just overwhelming.
Right.
And I'm like, me, Jay-Z, we got something in common, niggas in Paris, like I can relate. It was one of those feelings though, and it's like had nothing to do with money, had nothing to do with like anything like tangible, like you know what I mean? It was just a feeling. And I was just like, how can I feel like this all the time?
So you chilling in Paris and you just like
rooftop.
It's rooftop Paris. You're like
spot and
I'm feeling like this is it.
I'm like, this is a feeling though that I want to feel every day.
Exactly.
But you should be able to feel like this regardless of where you are physically and where you are financially.
Right.
You should feel like this. You should be able to feel like this.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? And basically it was like, I can't rap. So I couldn't translate the feeling through that.
Right.
And then it's like, I could translate the feeling through maybe a post, but that's temporarily. And it was like, like I always wanted to write something. I just didn't know what. And like this, I guess based off where you're from, this would probably make more sense. I wanted to be an author of something or a director of something without being locked up while writing it.
Gotcha.
That was like a big thing. Like I never went, like
because a lot of times people's greatest work comes from them being in a bad situation when it's kind of always it's done and
everybody. All my friends always say they read all these books and they was locked up.
Right.
And then they get out and it's like, yo, when last time you read a book? Nah, like, I ain't
really. Well, that comes because they have the time.
Right, that's my thing. So it's like to be able to write that with whatever life throws at you from being outside, it's like the concentration to sit there and focus and get it done. And to not, what I want to say, like, not going to jail is something that, like, I pride myself on, right?
Right.
And being able to write a book was something else I wanted. Like, it was just something I had to do.
Right.
And then most of the people that I do know personally that wrote a book before actually becoming an author and things like that, were people who were locked up. Okay. So one of the things for me was like, I want to do that, but I don't want to be the person who did it while locked up. Okay. And that was it. And it was like, I can't rap, so I can't do it through lyrics. And then I did it through
Now, your background and where you come from is, I caught on one piece you said, not going to jail is like an accomplishment to you. Do you really feel like that? Do you think that that is like the bar for people where you're from? Is like not going to jail is like,
so I wouldn't say it's the bar. I wouldn't say with that knowing what I know now. Right. But I'm 27. I remember being 16, not even having plans of being 27. I never even thought that I would be 27. Like, you know what I mean? Not to say that I thought I would die. Well, I had those thoughts, but not to say that was what I mean by not knowing I'd be 27. Right. But just it's so many other things that you have to deal with that. Yeah. So
You're not in a position to think ahead.
So for me at the time, graduating was the bar. High school was the bar. So hitting 16 and 18 was the bar. But once you get past that, it's like, yo, life has so much more to like make this shit full circle. You know what I mean?
Okay. Gotcha.
So yeah, like, and that is an accomplishment. I mean, nowadays you go to jail whether you're guilty or innocent, especially like coming from where I'm coming from.
Right. And what's going on right now? All right. So let's get into the title of the book. What's the title of the book?
The correct title of the book is The 5 Bags. The subtitle is The Tools to Building a More Superior You.
Okay. And what are those 5 bags?
Spiritual bag, mental bag, personal bag, the health bag, and the financial bag.
Okay. And which one would you say is probably most important to you? Because it's going to be different. People who are reading this book, and they're all important, obviously.
I'll say this, right? It's like springtime, spring, summer, and then you got fall. For example, what I mean is like fashion-wise, you know, like when it hit fall and spring, you gon' fall and spring, you got your Timbs, you got your Wheats, right? And then summertime, you just got your all whites, all white forces. So it's like, it's not that the Timbs fell out of style, but so for me, it's the mental bag and the spiritual bag. Okay. I feel like those two are like yin and the yang, like.
And I like that too, because when you have those two, the mental and the spiritual, I think they flow into the others anyway, and you can't. Exactly. You can't get no money if your mental not right. You can't, you know.
Everything pours over. Like I feel like your cup will run over. Like it'll be overfilled with like financial opportunities if spiritually you're intact and mentally you just on your P's and Q's, like internally. Right. You know what I mean? Dealing with that internal aspect and taking care of your mental. Right. It could be the simplest things, bro. It could be like going to sleep a little earlier so you can wake up and have 30 minutes to yourself before your kids wake up. Or like if you live with your lady, you need an extra 20 minutes before your lady wake up and you gotta, you know what I mean? Just anything. If you gotta find your mental space with quietness in the bathroom or the toilet, then find it there. Like, just finding something for you.
That mental is important. I remember you saying that wake up, stay up late, and or getting up early. Yeah. I saw recently a post from it was a quote from Wiz Khalifa. He said, "I remember I used to think staying up late was cool, but actually waking up early is the dope.
Cool.
It's way
cooler.
doper.
So
you get a head start on your day. Nobody else is up.
So like I'm a person who can literally go to sleep at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And think it's the norm, right? Yeah. But that feeling of like literally getting rest and not forcefully having to be up at 4 and 5, but willingly, there's no feeling like you really feel like you above and like got the jump start and head start. Yeah. Like, you know, everybody say early bird gets the worm, but I always say early pimp get the perm. Like that's just the slogan. Like it's one of those like subchapters in my book of just being ahead of. Okay. Like, you know, like I'm not a pimp or anything like that, but like in that game it's like nonstop. So you up first, taking track of everything, you get to see everything. It's just like early pimp get the perm, no pimp will be outside and here not attack. That's a part of their image, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, definitely.
So you know how they say you can judge a book by its cover, right? In your specific situation, people looking at the cover of your book, now I haven't seen it yet, but people looking at the cover of your book and the title of your book, you can assume they'll have a perception of what the book is about. What do you think these people's perception of the book is going to be before reading it? And then what will they have learned after reading it?
So perception just based off how it looks?
Right, how it looks. Before they even get... Right, so, or maybe read a bio on it or a quick short on the back.
I chose red, right? Red has a lot of personal meanings to me and stuff like that, but also red is just, you know, I had to be realistic. Like, what color do I notice and it stands out all the time? Right. Red. It wasn't no real complex thought to it, and like, red. I knew from the beginning, red was the color.
So the whole book is red.
Red, and then it's just a 5 on the front.
Gotcha.
Just a 5. There's no words on the front of the book. Okay. It doesn't say the 5 bags. It doesn't say buy. No, it's just 5. Right. And then the spine of the book is where it says 5 bags, and then the tools to building a more superior you. So when you pull it out of the shelf, if you're looking at it from the spines of books, then it's just this. Right. You know what I mean?
So
and it didn't. Right. It doesn't give you. It doesn't give you anybody who nosy or curious or you're gonna open the book. Right. Why is this book just a 5? And that came from really Sean Llewellyn. He sent me this thing of like a picture of like the Bible, and the Bible just says Holy Bible. It doesn't say anything.
It don't say
it's
nothing
so
else.
small, Holy Bible, and it's probably
it's
the
not
most,
even big print. It's the book's this big.
probably
and
the
it's
most powerful,
it's faint.
controversial, whatever type of book that you have is like simplicity. Just being simple.
It's straightforward.
Yeah, that was it. And then after reading the book, what I hope they take from it is like, well, this is not what I expected, because you don't know what to expect when you open the book, right?
Exactly.
And then it's like accountability. Or if they take one thing from it, it's accountability and the tool to, I don't want to say blame yourself first, but always wonder what could I have done differently.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I don't like saying like, not victim blaming, but how could I have avoided this? To not let it happen again. You know, like first time, shame on me, second time. First time, shame on you, second time, shame on, you know what I mean? That type of thing.
Gotcha.
How can I avoid these things from continuously happening?
Okay. Now, in regards to these 5 bags, do you feel like one person could ever be in all 5 of these bags at once? Or is it really seasons where it's like you're in 2, you're in 3, you're in 1? Do you ever think people reach
All
a point
5.
where they're at all 5?
So like the all 5 thing, right? It's all personal based, right? Meaning like, what might be the bar for you with all 5, based off where you're coming from, not like demographically, but just mentally, internally, spiritually, health-wise, the bar for you might be bare minimum for me.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
And you being in all 5 might mean you being 60% across the board. Well, for me, it's like, I want to hit hundreds, or I want to hit 80s. So you can be in all 5. That is the purpose of this, right? Purpose of this is to be
But you might not be giving your all to all 5, you mean, in regards to 60%?
Your 100% might be only 60%.
Okay, I got you.
Right. So, like, spiritually, okay, it might be something as simple as, like, I want to just become less materialistic and love, like, people, not things.
Right.
That might be your only
Right.
thing that you want to focus on. Cool. And then mentally, that'll help you know, like, look, man, I don't want to judge Norm for X, Y, Z. Like, let me ask him, like, yo, how are you doing today? Like, how are you? How you feeling? Like,
exactly.
Everybody's too cool to be like, yo, what's up? Like, yo, like, what's up, man? Like, I see my brothers sometimes be like, man, give me a hug, bro. Like, even if I know you don't want to, it's just one of those things when it's like, yo, you could have been having a shitty ass day, bro. Like,
that's real.
You're not too hard, not too gangster, not too cool to be like, yo, what's up, bro? Give me a hug, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, that trickles down to the personal space when it's like isolation.
Right.
You know, like spiritually you're there, okay. Mentally you're there. Those things are things you do every day, though. Right. So that's why it has to be a part of your real life. You can't fake it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you can't fake this. It has to become a like repetitious
you have to
thing.
grow to it.
Right.
Okay.
And you're growing into it. You know what I mean? That's why I use the term like in the bag. You know what I mean? Like top of the bag is you can still see light. You want to drown. You want to have substance. You want to have mental substance, spiritual substance, personal substance, health substance, financial substance, that you're heavy.
Right.
The heavier you are, you're going to drown. Only light things float to the top, something with no substance. Right. You don't want to be there. You want to be in the bag. Okay. Right? And then, like, health-wise, it might be just drinking some water, bro. Like, honestly, eat some fruits, drink some water. Yeah. If you smoke and drink every day, shit, go to the gym, sit in the sauna for an hour, detox. Yeah. Like, give yourself a chance. There's enough things killing black people, killing people in general.
Drive past the drive-through, you know.
You know, not like for real, like bro, like
smoked once a day instead of 3 times.
And but it's like
and just slowly move into a better space.
Let's say you do have a medical condition where you got to do this every day. Detox. Drink some water. If you smoke 3 L's a day, drink 5 bottles of water. Right. Like just do something. I'm not a nutritionist. Right. But give yourself a chance with like the obvious things. And then financially, bro, it's like money opportunities come to you when you're doing everything that you're supposed to do.
That's real.
The right way for you. Right. Not the right way for somebody else's expectations. For you.
That's real.
Money opportunities, they become, damn, I can't believe I just turned down 500. I can't believe I just turned down 1,500. I can't believe, like, you know, like mentally, what's more important to you? Like, like making it to my son's game or paying off this bill. And it might be paying off that bill because your son got 15 more games. Right. You probably got to deal with the stresses that come from your lady nagging you. But mentally, I'm doing what I have to do.
This is what I'm locked
so
in
that
on
I
right
can be me. I could be 100% me. Me being 100% me allows me to become the opportunity for other people. Right. You know what I mean? So like you taking care of like your finances and things like that. That gives you the opportunity to open the door to let someone else come in and work with you. Use your studio, rent yours. Like you don't look at it like that, but you're making yourself the opportunity to be the opportunity. Yeah,
I realized that the moment I really kind of opened up to people more is when I kind of saw my business grow as much as it did as well.
The mentality.
Right, because I've been shooting 7 years, and then the moment I was, the past 2 years I've been talking to people a lot and just shaking a lot of hands and hugging people.
Taking
and
advice from people.
Taking advice and then giving advice to people, and it really grew at that point, and I really wasn't trying to grow a business through doing that. I was just trying to help people.
You channel your inner self, bro, and it's like, you hit heights and you're like, yo, this is me. Mm-hmm. You have the moments you're like, oh shit, like, like, I ain't know this word. I don't know these people. Like, I would have never, like, you know what I mean? Like, speak. Literally just speak. You in the elevator with somebody, don't just stare at them and look weird. Like, what's up? How you doing? Yeah. That's a nice shirt. Oh, that's a nice hat. Oh, that. Just say something. Oh, you look nice today. I don't care what you're wearing. I probably don't even like it. But some people be having shitty ass days. And it's just like, don't be forceful, but just find your inner self. What would you want somebody to say to you if you're having a bad day?
Right. Exactly.
Whether you in jail, whether you in court, whether you at the mall and you spending all this money, don't mean you're not having say something nice to somebody.
Right.
You're not too cool to do those type of things. That was the main thing for me as far as like, all these bags, you want to have all of them.
Right.
There's no such thing as, all of them don't have to be 100%. That might not be your goal.
Right.
You got to have your own goal. You want to hit these peaks. And then, okay, this is level 1. Let me try for level 2. Right. Now let me try for level 3. Like, let me level up continuously. This is not a book that you just do something and you put it away.
Right. You're going to revisit this book as you're working.
You get to keep notes in this book.
I was about to say, is this book going to have like something in the back, or is it per chapter where you can write?
Every chapter has pages.
Got you.
And it lines throughout it, lines after the chapters when you, dang, what did I learn right here? What tips did I take from, like, I have something on Bobby Shmurda. Like, what did I learn from Bobby Shmurda?
Right.
Oh, I just learned that you go around and people die and you make songs about it. Nah, I learned about accepting your responsibilities, accepting like laying in, like, making the bed and having to lay in it.
Understanding that I did this.
Loyalty and things like that, and principle. And like, what did I learn? How can I implement this into a business? How can I implement this into a marriage? Into like the parent role? And just a partnership. Just life. Honestly,
Okay. So in wrapping this up, do you have a set release date right now for this book?
Being real for me on the spot. I'm aiming for like December 5th.
December 5th. Okay.
Yeah, I'm aiming for December 5th.
I thought you was going to give me a range. You gave me an actual date.
No, that's what I'm aiming for. Like, I'm not going to play with it. We're going to aim for December 5th. And 5th, 5 bags.
Gotcha. Yeah. Makes sense.
At the end of the year, I mean, it's 3 years in the making, 3+ years in the making. So it's like, I feel like this is perfect timing for you to get it at top of the year. Order your planners if you want. Order your this if you want.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Because that's my girl. She came home 2 days ago. Hey, I got this new calendar for the year. It's fourth quarter. It's time to really get that stuff going. What I mean? So, you don't buy a calendar in March for the year. You know what I mean? Right. You buy it before.
And if you do, man, you better hold that shit out an extra couple months. Next, you want to get all of it out of it. If it's
a goal setting calendar, like what your book is. Your book is in that lane, so it makes sense to drop in December.
And eventually, throughout time, I have other things like, like reminder things. You can subscribe to things on my website where it'll be able to like just a reminder. Or like, yo, when the last time you picked up the book? When the last time you checked the notes that you left for yourself? And just knowing that this book isn't just, it's just a key to open the door to give me opportunity to help you, help yourself, and eventually help others.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like a I don't want to name other books, but it's not like a book you to read. Oh, that was a great book. Yeah, that's a good one. Where's part 2? Nah, bro. Like, check yourself. Yeah. Like on some real shit.
Because any book could technically have a part 2, but this is a lifetime book.
Yeah. This is something like
you read now, and then 5 years later, you're like,
you're like, yo,
these notes have changed.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, you should be able to read this and now take notes elsewhere once you're done and you've accomplished these things. Right. Or you could just buy another one and change the notes. Like, however works for you. Yeah. Like, but it's accomplishment definitely. The accomplishment for me is not really writing the book though. Like, and I guess this is where it comes in of like, I don't even want to say a cocky thing. You know your worth.
Yeah.
So writing a book for me is not. That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like I come in the house, I'm from a family of like, yo, grandma, I got 98. Why you didn't get 100?
Yeah.
Like, what you mean?
So
why I ain't get 100?
It's never
like,
quite there. It's like,
but it's also now it's like, you wrote a book. All right, cool. Who bought it? That's what my grandma would say to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wrote a book and I sold. All right, well, why you ain't? I sold 100 copies. Why you ain't sold 101?
Yeah.
Oh, I wrote a book that's supposed to help people, but like, yeah, but who did it help, nigga? Like, this is what my grandmother would say to me. I don't have to tell. I know these answers. So like, writing a book is like, yeah, I know you. My grandmother. I know you could do that. Like, okay.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Okay, like, you know what I mean? So it's there. So this is here for me. Like, I see, this is like a seed that I'm planting that's supposed to, a tree. Right. Like, with branches. And that's what I see this book being for me. You know what I'm saying?
Just to touch on really quick with the, the parent figure, like your grandmother. Yeah. I know you were raised by your grandmother and stuff. Knowing the answers that she would give you already, right? Does that discourage you in a way? Does that push you more? Are you almost kind of like, damn, grandma, why you ain't, why ain't you congratulating me? Why are you always pushing me?
So,
because it's not like a 98 is bad.
No, it's not. So her whole thing, and this is why I always say accountability yourself. Mm-hmm. If I was to go to my grandmother and say, yeah, but everybody got a 70 and I got 98. Fuck you care about everybody else for?
Yeah.
That's literally like, you know what I'm saying? And then like, for me, it's like, knowing her responses is the difference between you getting a book that's written in a year or 3 months as opposed to almost 4 years. Right. 3 and some change. Mm-hmm. Like, nah, this is not right. Mm-hmm. Yo, Splash, this is crazy. This is super good. And I'm looking at this like, bro, this is some terrible work that I'm giving you. And you're happy with this. Right. It's either you don't think as highly of me as I do, or you're not comfortable with me enough to tell me straight up, like, yo, this is not it. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I mean? And like, even the other day, I did this moderating. I had a moderating gig with the author. Mm-hmm. And it's the person who's written 33 books, has 10 New York Times bestseller. Right. And he telling me, like, you're a lot further along than I am. Mm-hmm. Alexander, at this age. What's his name? Kwame Alexander. And he's telling me that I'm further along at this age than he was. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's like, dang. And I'm thinking I'm dropping the ball. So, like, for me, it's a confirmation of, like...
It's perspective.
Right. Yeah. And it's cutting back, like, cool. It took... You're going to have doubt. Mm-hmm. So, hearing him and his doubts, even of a person who's still writing now, meeting him and having 33 books, but you still have doubts in your 34th. It's like, I got one. Yeah. And I'm stressing. Yeah. Not really stressing, but I'm just like, I'm super critical of everything. Yeah. I can't give you no shit and then allow everybody to slide. I'm like,
That's the art form, though. Just like you got artists, they put out 5 platinum albums. That's 6 albums. Like, I don't know if they're rocking with this the same. You know, they want the old Jeezy. No, you know what I
mean? No, facts. And that's my thing. Like, it's like they want the old Raws, they want the old G's, they want the old this, they want. All right, so look, this is my Port of Miami. This is my, you know what I'm saying? This is my intro. This is my, and on some real shit, bro. Like, the things that I can do with this book that have nothing to do with actually reading the book to anyone is like, bro, like my intentions is to like have an effect on families generationally, right? Okay. Without even knowing. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like generational wealth in a sense. Right. But it's the same thing, but I'm not talking about financially. I'm talking about everything else. Like shifting the perspective of a parent who's not really playing their part to play their part, of a partner who's not really doing their part to do their part, to shift the dynamic for years to come. And like that's my intentions. Okay. You know, to have an effect on people. I don't need the praise. You know what I'm saying? Right. But for you to have an effect on everyone around you, right, knowing that it came from something that you read that I gave you, right. Whether you tell me or not, I can see from my close peers. If I'm affecting my peers, then I know I'm affecting people that don't know me. Because there's some reason it's always easier to get through the people that you don't know than the people that you do know. Yeah. So I look at the people around me from all aspects of life and see how is what I'm saying to them. Not really saying to them, how they're acting based off how I'm acting. I don't care how you act off the words. Like my actions can me seeing how you act based off how I act is like my confirmation. Okay, this is some good shit, but I could turn it up a notch and turn it up a notch.
That's real too, because in my financial world of giving advice to people, I realize a lot of my deepest, best conversations where we're really digging in deep into people's lives and trying to help them as best as I can are started with a message from somebody that I have to click on because they don't follow me. Somebody told them to come to me, and it always reads, "I know you don't know me, but you know what I mean." So it's strangers. Yeah. It's strangers who are reaching out and saying, "Hey, I got this going on. I got this much debt. I got, my mom on me. I'm trying to move out. I got the student thing, and I don't know what to do." And a lot of people, I know thousands of people personally, but a lot of those people aren't reaching out. And I don't know if it's because they're scared for me to know their business. When I'm really in a place of not making fun of people, I'm really trying to help people. But those strangers are absolutely reaching out more.
Right. So, all right, perfect example, right? How would my book help Norm the person, Norm the photographer, Norm the business owner, right? Mm-hmm. Spiritually, it's saying, Norm, you're dealing with people from all walks of life, right? Mm-hmm. And I have to step outside of camera Norm, this Norm, that Norm, just be Norman. Mm-hmm. And say, look, I see what you're doing, right? Right. I want to be able to, I don't care how you come to my studio. My job is to find the person, have a connection with the person without the camera being in front of me, right? To let the person feel all the way comfortable with me, whether it's a nude shoot, it's a shoot that someone's uncomfortable with, or whatever. Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to make you feel like you're famous. Right. You're supposed to be famous, right? And vice versa. Mm-hmm. I'm supposed to remove all these ways that I was taught to think that, me being an adult, I know that it was not the right way to think. Right. I no longer have to have that survival mentality, but now that living mentality, to live and to maintain my standards, not society's. This is just spiritually speaking, right? Gotcha. This is before it comes to, this is removing all religion and all that stuff. Is just saying, like, my energy is high. I need to go into places with high energy. Mm-hmm. They'll know I'm here. Not because of me being the loudest person in the room, it's just my aura and my energy gives off a welcoming vibe. Okay. And then mentally, it's saying, like, look, man, there's things I need to accomplish. I gotta get more shoots. I gotta get more this. I gotta buy a new this. I gotta buy a new that. I got kids. I gotta buy a new, like, the responsibility that come with it mentally, locking in and saying, I'm gonna drive past the drive-through because that $6 that I'm gonna spend 4 days out the week equals $24, and that $24 I could put towards more film, and that $24 worth of film is gonna make me X amount of hundreds of dollars. I ain't gonna talk about your prices because that's, you know what I'm saying. But and then you go forward from there, and it's like, okay, personally, like, yo, guys, I ain't gonna make it today. Oh, yo, that shit look lit. I gotta go, but I need to edit these photos, and I need to make another promo video. I need to lock in and, like, isolate myself.
And that happens a lot.
The initial isolation of saying, man, fuck everything else. I'm worrying about myself. If I take care of me, I can take care of everybody else. It's like you can't expect someone to fully love you if you don't love yourself. Right. It's the same thing. And then health-wise, it's saying, like, cool, I know I come from a family of high blood pressure, low blood pressure. I know I come from a family that suffers from whatever, or black people, the diabetes, and, or if you come from a family of, like, people that suffer from addictions, maybe I shouldn't drink because I might become addicted. Maybe I'm not going to try these drugs because I come from I have addictive personality. Right. Maybe I shouldn't do these things. So knowing those things health-wise, and for me, mental health and the mental bag and the health bag ties in with mental health. So again, isolation, self-care, therapy, therapeutic things, editing to calm music instead of yo shoot him in the face, like chill for a second. You know what I mean? Just relax. Getting you someone who, shit, if you can't afford it, like, again, financially, you can't afford to go to a spa. Hopefully you get you a woman that, even if they don't know how to massage you, or a man that, like, for a female, you get you a man that doesn't know how to massage, but teach him. It's gonna save you some money. Like, it's just, and that's being all the way real. Massages ain't cheap.
Yeah, they not.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, financially, it's like, okay, how can I'm only making bare minimum. How can I take this little bit of money I'm making and help my kids? Because nigga, I could die tomorrow. Right? So it's like, cool, I'm gonna take 10% of what I save and put it into something for my kid. I'm gonna put it into life insurance. Right. Because reality is, people, you're going to die.
Right. You are.
Like,
you don't know when, but it's
happening. Who you are,
you're
gonna die, nigga. Whether you believe in whatever God you believe in, Jesus, Lord, or whatever, nigga, you dying.
All right, so with the book, The 5 Bags, do you have any, like, specific goals that you want to accomplish with this book? Do you have any books, like amount of books you want to sell, or anything unusual that you want to do with the book that we may have not seen before?
All right, so I do want to, obviously everybody wants to be a bestseller.
Straight to it.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not here to play no games. Like, I want to be a bestseller.
Okay. Yeah.
I know that what's in my book is bestseller worthy.
Right.
But I want people to buy 3,000 books.
Right.
You need 3,000 first week to be a bestseller. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I want to sell.
Is that really the thing?
Yeah, I think it's 3,000 first week to be like a New York Times bestseller, I believe, or
I figured it would be
like
more
9,000.
than that. Like, I mean, that's a lot of books, but it's still like for New
you
York.
think it's a lot of bestsellers.
Yeah.
So bestseller is not like, oh, you the first, second place.
That's what I was thinking.
Nah,
like,
it's just a bestseller. Like you sold X amount in a week span. I looked up something. I think it was like 3,000 a week.
Okay.
Or to be on one list, and then
is it like 3,000 a week for 4 weeks?
I don't think
and
so.
Then, or you just get 1 week of 3,000 and you did.
Right.
Okay.
And I think 9,000 is for another bestseller on the list.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
So I'm just trying. We don't have to do 9,000. I'll take the 3,000. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and another thing, like like the prison system, as far as my family, my peers, that's like it plays a super, super important role in my life, right? Mm-hmm. Also, what I studied in school and just understanding the criminals and like the generational stuff and recidivism and the effect of having a parent missing because you're locked up, and then also the effect of having a parent in your life that just got out of jail,
right?
And then still being institutionalized, but then trying to be a parent to a kid that's It's just all those dynamics that like the prison system has played a role in my life, like. Drastically from my dad to my uncles and etc. I want to get 500 books minimum into the prison. I'm gonna do it regardless, but with the help of everyone else, I can speed up the process and get more books to the inmates. And kind of like one of those things where it's like, hopefully they take the tools that's in this book and they work on themselves, right?
Right.
And if they leave everything else in jail, all the books and pictures, I just hope they take the book with them when they get out.
Right. Are we doing this like locally, like Connecticut prisons?
So I got friends that's locked up in other places.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
Federal, state. Connecticut, obviously. But shit, if I could get them to another country, I'm like, that is a super.
Is getting books in the prison as simple as mailing books to people? Can you like? Because I have a brother who's in prison right now.
I know federal.
Could I like mail him a book
so
and that'll be?
I didn't know the federal rules.
Yeah.
I didn't even look into it because I was like, okay, let me focus on this first, and I'll focus on that.
Gotcha.
So literally this weekend, my plan is, how do I get these books to them? Right.
Okay.
First way, I'm gonna email the commissioners.
Yeah. Email
somebody that works there. Find somebody that works there. I need a meeting.
Right.
I need you to know that, like, listen, everyone in here, the whole point of jail is to rehabilitate them.
Right.
You don't come back home rehabilitated. You come back home institutionalized.
Right. Exactly.
I have something here that, if used the right way, which is any book, obviously, will help them say, look, man, what happened was my fault, even if it wasn't.
Right.
In the sense of, I can control it from happening again. When I step out into this world, it's like accountability. I'm probably not going to want to come back here. How can I shift these things from happening? And I feel like whether you work a 9-to-5 job, whether you're an inmate, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in your work field, this book works across the board, regardless of your situation. Right. So the goal for me is bestseller. Inmates to books to the inmates.
There's a number.
I want to hit 500.
500. Okay.
At bare minimum, okay. I want to hit 500. And another goal is to have this book be the anchor, like the seed into everyone else's, like, okay, it's 2020, we hitting 2020 hard, full-fledged.
Right. New decade.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I want this book just to be a wake-up call.
Right.
In a sense. That's it, really. Other than that, shit, for me, it's just more projects. Shit, another book.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like full-fledged. Like, that's it. Like, I'm just trying to get it out. So if anybody out here wants to buy 3,000 books, just flat out,
Do we have a price on the book yet?
Yeah. So my friends wanted me to charge 100 and this, and I'm like, nah, $18.95.
Try to hit
I'm trying
with the
I'm
Nipsey.
trying to hit between
$100
$18.95 and $24.95 ish.
Okay. I don't think the $24.95 is beyond.
True, but you know when you try to get people to buy 2, that 50 looks a lot more like.
So you're gonna
costly.
do the book like how you do it in around the way. So you give them one for 25,
nice,
2
you know
for 40.
I don't care if you live up the street. I'm trying to mail you my book. I want you to have the experience of like, yo, I bought a book.
Okay.
I don't want you to just pull up on me and get it, put it in your car, and you never open it.
Okay.
Now I want you to say, oh, you got mail. Open it. Let me open it. Let me see what this is.
Yep.
Like, yeah, like I want this to make people's bookshelves. Like,
right.
Not
actually
just,
be on there.
Yeah, not stick it in the backseat of your car. Like, nah.
But like I bought it, I support it. I want you to actually
that's
read
my
this
thing,
book.
like,
because you're gonna get a lot of that.
The support thing is like,
a lot of people are gonna buy it and be like, I support it.
Yeah,
but
I don't want
you
that.
want it deeper than that. You want them to actually read it.
I don't want this support thing. I want like,
just really change something.
Yeah, like my I'm not here to be like, hey, I supported you. Like, I'm here to say, like, you gave me a product and I tried it.
Right.
At bare minimum, cool. At least I support it. You can say that. But did you try it? Like, you know what I mean? How many bad things did we try? We had to know there's no beneficial. Like, there's nothing beneficial of this. Like, there's no way this is conducive to me being a better me. Right. But I'm gonna try it anyway.
Yeah.
But here's a book, and I'm telling you,
like,
you could take it in doses, but it's going to help you. It's gonna help you.
Right.
But then you don't want to try it. And look, bestseller. I'm gonna become a bestseller, and I can do the rest.
Speak it.
That's it. You know what I mean?
Well, I appreciate you for stopping by, brother. Love is love.
Word.
Definitely.